Picture this, you're at a car meet surrounded by fellow car enthusiasts, and suddenly your eyes are drawn to the sleek, aggressive design of a Lamborghini. Pretty cool, sure, but what if I told you that it's got forced induction and it's reliable?
Well, that's the perfect scenario for what VF Engineering's supercharger kit for the Lamborghini Gallardo was designed for. Today, we're diving deep into the world of high-performance upgrades. So buckle up, my friends, because we're about to take a wild ride. Now, here's the thing. Installing a VF supercharger kit is no walk in the park. It's a bit of a complex and intricate process where the hands of a skilled professional can be warranted. And, let's face it, when you're dealing with a car of this caliber, shortcuts just won't cut it. In fact, they could ruin the value of a vehicle like this and even lead to catastrophic failure. That's why so many owners opt to come to a reputable shop like MotorUnion. I'm going to stress this again. The installation of this supercharger kit is a highly intensive task. It involves disassembling the intake system down to the removal of the intake manifold, which the supercharger replaces. Knowing when to take care of worn components that would be good housekeeping while in there is a great example of where experience and expertise of a reputable installer is crucial. Having real-world experience of when items fail normally gives an expert valuable knowledge, knowing when to recommend items for service before you go and add 7 psi of boost to an engine. For instance, we recommended cleaning the intake valves of carbon, new plugs and coils, and testing the injectors for flow. Trust me, you want to know the state of your vehicle before this stuff goes on, and that experience is why you pay the pros. The joy of installing a supercharger. It's like putting together a puzzle, except this puzzle can give you mind-blowing horsepower. And by mind-blowing, I mean the kind of power that'll make you question reality. So why choose VF Engineering over other manufacturers? Well, VF Engineering has been supercharging the 5.2-liter V10 since early 2010. They've designed and manufactured the entire system in-house right here in the USA. Quality, performance, reliability, they've got it all. It's the most straightforward answer to the question, how do I boost my Gallardo? When all's said and done, installation with this kit can cost near 40 grand. But that's a small price to pay when considering the cost of going with a less reputable kit just trying to get boost on one of these Gallardos. But what do you guys think? Does that sound like it's worth it? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Behold, the mighty Lamborghini Gallardo, now equipped with VF Engineering's supercharger kit. With this upgrade, you're unleashing a whole new level of power and performance. It's like giving wings to a beast that was already fast. And remember, MotorUnion has been installing countless supercharger kits for years, bringing dreams to life and smiles to the faces of not only Gallardo, but a wide range of passionate car owners. When it comes to your prized possession, you deserve nothing but the best. FMU has what you need to guide you in finding and installing the perfect mod to fit your wants.
All right, so let's talk about these gains. Now, when people come here, I'll always see comments on YouTube or Instagram when we're doing our dyno videos about what the parasitic drivetrain loss should be. Guys, this is a tool, all right? And what we're looking for is the delta, the change between when we started and when we finished. So on all-wheel drive cars, some people say drivetrain loss can be as high as 30%. Some people give us a lot less of a number, but really what matters is what does a car advertise it makes and what does it make on our dyno? Now, factoring in about a 30% drivetrain loss, 387 is pretty typical for these vehicles. To give you some context of what we typically see, and you can check back in some of our previous videos and other videos we've collaborated on with people like Alex from Legit Street Cars, our dyno is known as the Heartbreaker. It reads a little bit lower than some other dynos out there. And again, for context, where I'm going with this is that a Hellcat will make, it's a 700 horsepower car, and that on our dyno will make just under 500 horsepower. So 387 horsepower, all-wheel drive with a 30% drivetrain loss. And as you can see this graph, there is a fat mid-range all the way through, and it's just over 140 horsepower almost carried all the way through. This is pretty typical for vehicles that are supercharged, because the supercharger, the way, and especially if it's properly set up as this kit is, the ratio of when the engine turns to when the blower's turning is going to give it a nice linear power graph, as opposed to a turbo where the power comes up and then stays on. We make our max power at our peak RPM. I would really count this here. Sometimes the drivetrain trips over itself. We can see a little bit of humps, but you could just imagine that this might have carried on over through. We really wouldn't have had too much more there, but that's the number 387, which is typical for LP Gallardos in the 380s, 350 area. The earlier cars, the very first Gallardos, would make 325 on our dyno. So a very impressive gain all the way through, and done with a bolt-on package that this is turnkey. This package goes on, and this is the power it makes, and car doesn't feel like it's stressed. Air fuels look great, and we're going to see how the customer reacts to it on the road. So if you're ready to take your Lamborghini to the next level, don't settle for anything less. If you're looking for an effective and straightforward way to boost your bull, VF Engineering has kits that are hard to beat. And if you're looking for experts that have real service and diagnostic experience beyond bolting on and performance parts, Fluid Motor Union knows these cars inside and out.